Now let me ask you guys this. If Action Force was done and put out by another company...
No, hell to the no.
Yo, what's good everybody? Articulated Ninja here, and just a quick speculation video based off of evidence from one of their last cons or conventions that they went to. This is about a month old, but I will be using stuff from this to speculate what the future of the company will be. Now, love-hate relationship with Valaverse. I was so excited for Wave 1. As you guys know, check the videos. I ran into some issues with my product during Wave 1. I did get refunds, everything went over smoothly, and I have noticed over time the quality of the figures that they're putting out have definitely improved, like without a doubt. So I'm very excited to get female troopers Wave 3, Series 3. I'm very excited to get the female troopers that are in that wave. And speaking of female troopers, let's just get this out the way right now.
There will be a desert trooper and a blue trooper and more gear packs for the, representing troopers along the way.
Yes, I said it during the last video that we will probably have a blue trooper coming later down the line. I just wanted to cry because it wasn't a part of the initial launch of Wave 3. But it is confirmed we have blue troopers incoming. I cannot wait to get those. I'm already ordering green and black. Hopefully the plastic, everything on those are good. But yes, we have blue troopers coming. I cannot wait. So I can't wait to get them. Hopefully there will be no quality issues at all for the most part. I get, happens here and there, but for the most part, these figures should not have to be shipped out with warning labels or anything, or should have to automatically be heated up right out of the package. It shouldn't have to be that way. So it looks like it's not going to be, because a lot of people that have gotten figures past Wave 1 or Series 1, they have said everything has improved and everything is good for the most part. So I'm excited to get the female figures, but this is some of the things that were said at the con, which makes me think that another bigger company is going to take over Action Force figures, and basically to get them into retail. This was done during the Q&A portion at Joe Fest, I believe, and people asked him quite a lot of questions. He took the time to answer them, and then he asked the crowd this question.
Now let me ask you guys this. If Action Force was done and put out by another company, but I still ran it, how would you feel about that?
Now, of course, everybody's initial response was, what do you mean? Or just initially, no. No, no.
No, hell to the no.
So somebody asked him to furthermore explain what he means by another company buys or licenses Action Force.
Say a big toy company. Not buy. Maybe they license it. And they said, hey, you shouldn't be, packing up boxes. You should be designing stuff. So why don't you just...
Alright, so he did say that it wasn't Mezco. And I doubt it will be Hasbro, because I think there will be huge conflict of interest with their original IP, or, the IP that they own, which is G.I. Joe. So for whatever reason, I'm thinking it's Mattel. Call me crazy, but I'm thinking it's Mattel, because it's a big toy company that can push him and get him into the big chain retail stores, Target, Walmart, etc. But yeah, I'm thinking it's Mattel.
The goal is to get into big box stores, Target, Walmart. So if they were to make that happen, then you can trust that the future of Action Force is in good hands with me, and I'll make the right choices moving forward with it. I just wanted to kind of get your idea, just in case. Just in case. It's all about quality. All about quality.
So he's asking a question just to gauge the, the fan feedback or perception of the room at this con, which is arguably Joe Fest is one of the biggest cons for G.I. Joe collectors or Army, people that are into Army action figures. So he axes is there. You know what I'm saying? Like, there is a huge chance, a very big likely chance that this is what the situation is, if it's not the situation already. Because he said he would make sure that at the end of the day, he would have the end say, even though they're licensing Action Force from him, and he would still be in control of ultimately what gets put out, what doesn't, and how it looks. Now, let's be honest, guys. I'm not saying that I agree with everything this guy does and how he does it, but when it comes to Action Force or an owner trying to be receptive to what the fans want and how the fans want it, this guy has to be first place. He has to be up there with McFarlane as far as trying to listen to people. You go back and you check my other videos, he's commenting in the videos. You know what I'm saying? He's taking the time to listen to what people want, and he tries to give them what they want. There's not a lot of tour creators that are doing this. So I understand the fans' feedback automatically saying, no, we don't want someone else to be in charge of Action Force or to have a say with Action Force or for him to take the back seat. Because if he takes the back seat, it's going to be no different than a lot of other companies that are out there. But he tried to assure the fans it wouldn't necessarily be him taking the back seat. It would more so be more of a partnership to get them into big box or retail stores. He said that he would make sure that the fine print would say, or already does say, because I think this is already the case, but he said that the fine print would make sure that he still has majority say of what actually happens, what gets put out, what doesn't, and what gets designed for the line.
Well, yeah, we make sure that the fine print all said that, but you know, just gauge in the room in case, you know, another logo was on the box.
Guys, and I'm telling you, I think that logo is going to be a Mattel logo, because when I think of Target or Walmart and I think of, you know, what other, besides Hasbro, what other brands in Target or Walmart actually take up shelf space, actually have quite a big selection to choose from? I think of Mattel. I think of these wrestling figures. I think of He-Man figures. So I'm like, wow, it might be Mattel. Big chance it might be Mattel. Either way, I think it's another company. I think this is the case, and he's just trying to roll it out slow and just finish putting out what he was in charge of before the partnership. And once that's done, the partnership starts, big mass retail starts, and I would love to see Action Force in Target or Walmart, so we don't just have G.I. Joes. So like I said, I know a lot of people saying this is bad, and I'm not saying that I agree with everything this guy does, but I do respect his passion for this line. No one cannot say he's not passionate about this line. My guy has action figure ball joints tattooed on his arms. Please tell me another toy owner or that owns a franchise, toy company, whatever, that is that dedicated. He literally has action figures on his arms. He made himself an action figure in real life. Yo, hate him or love him, at the end of the day, he is boots to the ground with this line, and he has been from day one. You're not going to find McFarlane in the comment section. Same with the Hasbro rep. Same with, it's not like that. He's literally interacting with fans and trying to give the people what they want, listening to feedback. But he's a designer at the end of the day, guys. You think he wants to be packaging action figures and printing out labels and shipping them, and I'm sure it's not him by himself, but you think he wants to be a part of that assembly line, or does he just want to be designing these action figures and basically having a say on what gets put out when? He's tired. I think honestly he spread himself thin. He was trying to do too much, because all of this is basically just him. So from comic books to action figures, the websites, the shipping, all that stuff. Think about how many figures he's already given us thus far. Think about how long it takes. He's paying for tooling on his own. He's not crowdfunding this, so he pays for the tooling, and then these figures come right after. Literally, we wait a few months after reveals and the figures are here. I am far from an Action Force or Valaverse fanboy or shill. Like I said, I'm very rough with my criticisms. Check my other videos, and I stopped after I ran into issues with Series 1. But at the end of the day, I have to respect all of the work that has been put in since then. I gotta put respect on this guy's name. He's doing a lot on his own, and just running a YouTube channel is a lot for me to do. So I can only imagine doing everything else that he's doing on top of that. Yeah, I'd be tired too. I would want a bigger company to come and help me get into retail as well. I think he bit off more than he can chew, but at his core, at his heart, he is a designer, and it shows in the designs of these figures and how good they are. The level that he tries to listen to fans and interact with fans or the toy community, it's unheard of. The level that he tries to do that at. The only other person I've seen do that or similar is McFarlane. But like I said, majority of Valaverse videos that are out there, chances are you're gonna find him in the comments of those videos. We're not getting that from these bigger companies. But overall, I do think Valaverse or Action Force has been licensed to a bigger company, and I cannot wait until we see them at retail. If it hasn't happened, hopefully he's making that the goal, because that would be a goal, man. I love G.I. Joe Classified, but what's also wrong with liking Valaverse Action Force? What's wrong with liking both? I don't get it. There's so many content creators out there and they say, oh, you have to pick a side. If you like Marvel, you can't like DC. If you like DC, yo, bro, they look for any reason to separate us and dummies fall into it. Yo, Action Force literally has they have built such a cult-based following in such a short amount of time. That's why literally I called them the Vala Blind. I call those fans the Vala Blind because they act like Vala cannot do nothing wrong at all. I'm not taking that stance. He's human. Of course he can do a lot wrong, and like I said, I just think he's tired, and from comic books to figures to the media to I think he's just trying to do a lot. Get this guy back into just designing. Let someone else handle the shipping and the packaging. Let someone else do all that shit. Let him just design. Let him design, because that's where he shines at. He would not have asked that question specifically and have asked it in such a detailed way for no reason, guys. Do not be surprised if Valaverse and Action Force, if they partner up with a bigger company like Mattel, McFarlane, whatever. He said it wasn't Mezco, and like I said, I doubt it'd be Hasbro, but do not be surprised if they partner up with a bigger company to get bigger distribution or more distribution, especially in retail stores. I cannot wait to see the future of this line because Vala is definitely trying his best and he's passionate about this line. So I can't wait to see the future of this line and to see where it goes. You know what I'm saying? If the Vala Blind comes for me, they come for me, because I'm telling you, Action Force has a huge fan base behind it. It's like a tiny little army. And they will shoot anybody that says anything negative. I'm not worried about it. If I got something negative to say, I'm going to say it. But I have nothing negative to say about how far this line has come and where they're going. I can't wait to get my female figures. Vala Blind, you want some, come get some. I'm not worried about you guys. I respect all Vala's done this far by himself, basically. But the Action Force fan base is only getting bigger and bigger. And if they hit retail, the Action Force army is going to be ridiculous because there's already a lot of them. Like I said, they're an army already.
That's why you guys are the best fans.
Run.
G.I. Joe, classified, Marvel Legends on my mind, Valaverse and Neca time, Mythic Legions I must find, SH Figure Arts I can't lie, Rebel Tech got my pockets dry, said Action Figures for life, Articulated Ninja is nice, yeah, you might wanna subscribe, Action